Hello friends! Today we are going to revise vocabulary on topic favorite places, learn how to make and respond suggestions, practice present simple. Let's revise vocabulary. Repeat after me. On the phone, in the park, in front of the TV, in your room, on the bus, in the playground, in bed, at the shops, in the countryside, in fast food restaurants, in the car, at school. Open your student's book on page 14. Listen to the dialogue, and your task is to complete the dialogue with the key phrases, making and responding to suggestions. Shall we do something? That sounds like a good idea. Let's finish our homework now. How about going into town? Why don't we go for a bike ride? I don't feel like cycling.
What are you doing today?
Nothing much. Shall we do something?
Yeah. I don't want to stay at home all day. It's boring.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I just want to go out.
Why don't we go for a bike ride? We can take a sandwich.
It's really cold. I don't feel like cycling when it's cold.
Well, I don't want to play computer games all day.
How about going into town? There's a new cafe on the high street. They say it's very good.
That sounds like a good idea. We can go to the shopping centre too.
I don't know about the shopping centre, but the cafe sounds good. Let's finish our homework now and then get the bus into town.
Okay.
Let us check up this exercise. One. Shall we do something? 2. Why don't we go for a bike ride? 3. I don't feel like cycling. 4. How about going into town? 5. That sounds like a good idea. 6. Let's finish our homework now. They decide to get the bus into town, go to a cafe in town. Pay your attention to exercise 2. Which key phrases are for making suggestions and which are for responding to suggestions? One, shall we do something? Suggestion. 2. That sounds like a good idea. Response. 3. Let's finish our homework now. Suggestion. 4. How about going into town? Suggestion. 5. Why don't we go for a bike ride? Suggestion. 6. I don't feel like cycling. Response. Exercise 4. Choose the correct phrases in the mini dialogues.
Unit 1. Speaking. Exercise 4. 1.
Let's do something different. Okay, what do you want to do?
2.
Why don't we go to the cinema? There's a good film on this week. That sounds like a good idea.
3.
How about going for a walk? No thanks. I don't really feel like going for a walk.
4.
What shall we do? Nothing. I'm happy here on the sofa.
Let us check up this exercise. 1. Let's do something different. Okay, what do you want to do? 2. Why don't we go to the cinema? There's a good film on this week. That sounds like a good idea. 3. How about going for a walk? No, thanks. I don't really feel like going for a walk. 4. What shall we do? Nothing. I am happy here on the sofa. Now let us revise present simple rules. To form a present simple negative or question forms, we use auxiliary verb do or does. Negative form: I, you, we, they don't play football, like action films, have lunch at school. He, she, it doesn't drink pineapple juice, live here. Questions: do I, you, we, they play football, like action films, have lunch at school? Does he, she, it drink pineapple juice, live here? And short answers. Do they have lunch at school? Yes, they do. Does John drink pineapple juice? No, he doesn't. Does Susan like swimming? Yes, she does. Does the soup smell good? Yes, it does. To form questions in present simple, we use question words: who, what, when, where, how, why. Who is a person? What is a thing or an action? When is the time? Where is the place? How is the way something is or the way something happens? Why is the reason? For example, who? Who is that boy? My brother Tom. When? When is the party? On Friday at 2 o'clock. What? What is on the table? There is a pencil. Why? Why are you late? Because I missed my bus. Where? Where is your book? It is in the bag. Which? Which is your apple? The green one. Open your student's book on page 16. Let us do some exercises. Pay your attention to exercise 3. Your task is to complete the sentences using the present simple form of the verbs in brackets. Let us check up this exercise. He collects things. I don't go swimming. You don't meet friends after school. She doesn't go online in the evening. They listen to music online. We watch videos in English. Pay your attention on exercise 5. Complete the questions with the words and phrases in the box. How often, what time, when, where, who and why. Let's see the correct answers. When do you listen to music? In the evening after dinner. How often do you stay in bed late? I never stay in bed late. Who do you make videos with? My 2 friends from school. Where do you go after school? I go home to do my homework. Why do you collect things? Because I like it. What time does the film start? It starts at 7:45 p.m. Let us continue. Exercise 6. Complete the dialogue with the words and phrases in the box. Don't we, feel, how, let's, shall, sounds. Let us check up this exercise. Hi Leah, let's do something. Okay, shall we go into town? That sounds like a good idea. How about going to the shopping center? I don't feel like shopping. All right. Why don't we go to the cinema then? I haven't got any money. Your next task is to watch the video about present simple questions and try to remember the rules.
Today, I want you to ask another student about their free time. Take notes in your notebook.
Do you want to work together, Pip? Yes, I do, but I want to ask you the questions first. Well, okay then. What do you do after school, Rufus? I always do sport. I play football every day after school. Do you need to use my pen? No, I don't. Next question. What do you usually do at the weekend? I do sport, write stories for my blog, watch films, go shopping, play the piano, and talk to my friends. He does sport, writes stories for his blog, watches films, goes shopping, plays the piano, and talks to his friends. Okay, last question, Rufus. Rufus? Rufus! Oh, what time do you usually go to bed, Rufus? Do you want to work together? Yes, I do. Does he want to work together? Yes, he does. Do you need to use my pen? No, I don't. Does he need to use my pen? No, he doesn't.
Watch a presentation and choose the correct answer. Do they speak? Do they speaks? Does they speaks? Does they speak English? Do they speak English? Do he waters? Do he water? Does he waters? Does he water the plants? Does he water the plants? Do they brushes? Do they brush? Does they brushes? Does they brush their teeth? Do they brush their teeth? Do they travel? Does they travel? Do they travel? Does they travel by car? Do they travel by car? Do she takes? Does she take? Does she takes? Do she take a bath? Does she take a bath? Do she eat? Do she eat? Does she eat? Does she eat cereals? Does she eat cereals? Does he read? Do he read? Does he read? Do he read the newspaper? Does he read the newspaper? Do they goes? Do they go? Does they goes? Does they go fishing? Do they go fishing? Do they play? Does they play? Do they play? Does they play well? Do they play well? Do she does? Do she do? Does she does? Does she do exercise? Does she do exercise? Does he like? Do he like? Does he likes? Do he likes reading? Does he like reading? Do they works? Do they work? Does they work? Does they work on a farm? Do they work on a farm? Does she write? Do she write? Does she write? Does she write on the board? Does she write on the board? Do she loves? Does she loves? Do she love? Does she love her dog? Does she love her dog? Do they eat? Do they eat? Does they eat? Does they eat? breakfast at 8 o'clock. Do they eat breakfast at 8? Does he watch? Do he watch? Does he watches? Do he watches TV? Does he watch TV? Do they goes? Do they go? Does they goes? Does they go shopping? Do they go shopping? Do he waits? Do he wait? Does he wait? Does he wait for the bus? Does he wait for the bus? Do they meet? Does they meet? Do they meet? Does they meet for lunch? Do they meet for lunch? Do he delivers? Do he deliver? Does he delivers? Does he deliver the mail? Does he deliver the mail? The lesson came to the end. I hope you liked it. Thanks for your work and attention. See you next time.